All right, welcome back to the Caspa community. Appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing tremendous amount of love on a daily basis on all these updates. Continue supporting, and you guys know the drill. You will continue to see these updates. But anyhow, looking across the board, going into Friday morning, seeing a little bit of a minor pullback as we are going into Friday morning. As far as Bitcoin is concerned, not looking too bad to be quite frank with you, but guess what happened with the dominance? If you watch my SUI update, I'm sure you guys know we already discussed that, but if not, we're going to kind of obviously have a discussion around what's really happening. And I'm sure people in the Caspa community are just scratching their head, like why is Caspa having such bad luck over the course of the last 2.5 months, approaching to be 3 months soon, not seeing any sort of significant gain within its price, and market just tends to retrace, and of course it's been impacting the price of Caspa even more. But let's take a closer look and see what is happening. Before I do that, as always, just a quick disclaimer: anything on this channel is not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence and research when you are investing in crypto. So the price is 12.76 cents, down about 4% as mentioned in USD comparative, also down about 4.5% in Bitcoin comparative. Market cap is at about almost 3.2 billion, and the 24-hour trading volume is at about $32.5 million. But let's take a closer look and really understand what's happening. So will you look at this, guys? I'm sure if you follow the channel on a regular day-to-day basis, we start off with the Bitcoin Dominance Index. And I know there's a lot of trolls that don't, tend to focus on the importance of the Bitcoin Dominance Index, because right now, if you're noticing, Bitcoin Dominance hit a new yearly high, levels we haven't seen since, of course, 2021. And if you're looking at Bitcoin, on the other hand, Bitcoin barely had any move. Bitcoin did not have any bearish movements in terms of a grand scheme of things. And despite that fact, you're still seeing altcoins down right now, and that is due to the fact that dominance is picking up. Uncertainty still quite high, believe it or not, because U.S. elections are coming, and I think that could increase more and more as we get closer and closer to the U.S. election. So yearly high once again for the dominance index shouldn't really be a big surprise factor for any one of us. This is something we've been discussing on the channel every single day. Looking at Bitcoin, as I mentioned, Bitcoin's not looking as bad at all, to be honest. We're still facing that same resistance. We actually saw Bitcoin breaking up to that $68,846, but of course, once again, a rejection due to the fact that is a key resistance. And believe it or not, manipulation as well, which a lot of people tend to forget. These are some factors that need to be considered when you're looking at the price of Bitcoin. But when you're looking at the price of Bitcoin, you need to understand what kind of impact that the price of Bitcoin can have on the broader market. You need to kind of maximize the uses of some of these tools that you can kind of get access to. And once you start understanding how that works, everything makes sense. But right now, if you're looking at Caspa, I'm sure a lot of people are saying, as soon as the price of Caspa was seeing a little bit of a relief within its price, boom, we're back down below that key resistance, and retesting the 12.7 cents price point, which of course no one really wants to see, but that's the reality. And this is why this is a perfect example that I want you guys to understand. Why do you think I've been saying in the recent updates it's better the higher the price of Caspa is right now, the better it is going into specifically, and I've been mentioning the U.S. election. Reason why, if you were to see a pullback for the broader market, despite who wins or not, if we were to see a shakeout, then if things look like this, and if dominance continues to go high, and in return Bitcoin drops, well, I hate to say it. I absolutely hate to say it, but I've been quite clear on this. We do see the price of Caspa falling below, I think. I'm very confident Caspa drops below 10 cents for the first time since May. And this will invalidate this upwards trajectory that we're in. And that's the last thing we want to see. That is the absolute last thing you want to see as a Caspa holder. But you guys know on this channel, we're unbiased. We give you guys, the most, truthful opinion. I'm not gonna, overhype things up, and you guys know that. And this is what, of course, a lot of my viewers appreciate. And this is still the reality. If we got into the 78.6, I think would have been looking comfortable, even going into the U.S. election. But that's not the case. And I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, in the long grand scheme of things, the Caspa price, if it's able to, bring smart contracts, and if we were to see like a huge involvement like we are seeing with Sol, or the likes of competitors of Caspa, but the potential could be there. But as of now, of course, that's not the case. And definitely there's still that lag that we're speaking about. We did hear one exchange coming and listing it, but guys, it's not a tier one exchange. So, still missing those tier one exchanges, which still does not make sense to myself either at this point. But what can you do at this point? I think, in terms of even exchanges listing crypto projects, I think their whole idea have changed, from the previous cycles, because of course this time, futures platform, they just list some of these coins on their futures platforms, and boom, you tend to see them, making their bread and butter off of these future platforms. So, the landscape is shifting, which of course is frustrating. I'm sure, anyone that is a Caspa holder is not really happy about that, because of course, more liquidity, the better. But that's obviously something that's not the case for Caspa. But let's see what happens right now. Of course, once again, some weakness within its price, but shouldn't be a surprise factor for any one of us. Dominance hit a new yearly high. So, kind of makes sense to me why we're seeing not just Caspa down, but the broader market as well. But let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. What are your personal projections regarding Caspa? Love each and every one of you guys. If you have not subscribed, what are you waiting for? Hit that red subscribe button, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's been Crypto ZX, and peace out.